Abandon!
Is anyone receiving this?
It's getting quite late in the day now, 3:30, 3:42 to be exact. So just got to load this flatbed up. We're into the middle of February still. Got to get these bales in because I want to feed the cows. I've got to get the cows fed with silage, grass, hay. Make the total mixed ration. So I'm going to get it all on this flatbed. Sold the other car to make enough, the other truck to make enough money just to buy this. This will come in a lot more handy to do as deliveries and as collections. Whoa. There we go, but welcome back everybody to the farm. As today's plans are going to be planting the potatoes, getting our first batch in. Which is going to be good, so we're going to be doing lines on the field, get the crops in, get the potatoes in, and finally get the farm fully back functional. We're going to get some chickens on the farm as well, get them reintroduced. Ideal that they've lent me this little forklift truck down at the shop, lifting them up 2 at a time. Absolutely perfect. So I'm going to get this fully loaded, get back up to the farm, go and get myself something to eat, and that'll be the perfect end to February. Welcoming in March. March is the time when you can plant the root crops, the potatoes, so we'll get them put in. I've also had a text that I'll show you in a minute from the builders building the coffee shop at the top end, because we're going to get some coffee beans put in, some greenhouses that make coffee beans. I'll show you the text message when we get back in the truck, and it'll be good to get that started. I'm looking forward to that. Getting a coffee shop in the top corner, ideal for me. Love a cup of coffee in the morning, love a cup of coffee in the afternoon. Get these strapped in and get on with the day's tasks. There we go, we're all in. Really nice man truck this. Got everything strapped in. It's got the cab at the back so you can get your head down. Some lorry drivers like to do that, tramping out it's called. There's a guy actually does it over here. I see him most mornings or afternoons when he's parked up. You see him as you come over this bridge in the lay-by, but we'll let him settle down. I just want to get back to the farm. Time's getting on. Let's get this delivered. Just made up the total mixed ration, so I'm going to go and drop this in. They'll be happy to get this as we approach March. Had a nice evening last night, went round to neighbours in his little pub. It's now March. We're going to get these all fed up and then go and get the chickens, go and get the planting done because that urgently needs to be done. Go and get the lines done on the potato field. Going to be a really busy day, busy start to March. But it's a beautiful morning again, the sun is shining. The cows are going to be really happy and fed. And I'll just show you this text that I got about when I'm going to get the coffee shop made, which will be good. Get that started. I'll show you that while we're filling up these Holsteins with their feed for the morning. So that's going to be good once that's made. To get myself some free coffees in the morning. Absolute bargain. Should be a lot of money in that coffee shop as well, which will get us a lot of custom up here, a lot of trade. I've not fully looked into it yet, but I think it's just a greenhouse which will take, I'm guessing, some liquid fertiliser and some water, turn it into coffee beans, take the coffee beans to a roasting company, factory, get them roasted up nice, and then we'll bring them back to his coffee shop and turn it into beautiful production boxes of coffee, which we should be able to sell for quite a lot of money. So making our own little, or will I say Starbucks or Costa on YouTube, or will we get banned? We're going to have to come up for a name for the coffee shop. Let me know in the comments if you can think of anything. Or we'll have a look, see what we can call it. Got some nice creamy milk to go with the coffee coming from the cows, which will be good. So we'll get started with that, but I've got to hurry up and get this done. I need to get this sprayed as well. But the priority today is I have to get the potato crops in to start making the chip factory. Got to be done today. It's March. I don't want to be waiting much longer. Get these first early jobs done in the morning and we'll get down to the field and get the potatoes planted finally. We are planting potatoes, finally. Been waiting to get to this stage. Something so satisfying about doing these fields. First one I've done on my own, without my granddad. The potatoes go in at the bottom there, he showed me how it all works. Come straight from the top, pushed into the ground. And then these little spikes at the end just kind of separate the soil, so the potatoes need to be put on the mound to help them grow. So once they start flowering, you will notice that they will be sat at the top of this mound, this little mini mound that you're making. Just helps them grow, helps them germinate. All this is that we're putting in is just old potatoes, which means next year we won't have to do this. We can take our crops, take our potatoes, shove a box worth back in, and we never have to pay for potatoes ever again. I'll just keep some in storage, and every time we want to get back to planting season, we'll just stick them back in the planter and the seeder, and we will get them dropped in. So it'll make life a lot easier, and it'll be completely free. So these bags I might save for next year if I don't use all these, because I've got a funny feeling I'm not going to use everything that's in these bags. So there will be no more expenditure coming out for this farm. It will all be free potatoes, which we're just replanting back into the ground and turning into chips money. Perfect crop. It's expensive to buy the machinery in the first place, really expensive actually. About £500,000 to pick up the machine that will pick them up at the end, but We can lease a little machine or get a smaller one that connects to the tractor, but we'll see where we are with money once it gets to that point. Hopefully we've made some money from his lettuces, chickens once they're reintroduced, milk, coffee. We hopefully will have enough money to get the big machine eventually, which is the goal. You want to be buying everything so we're not leasing things. It's really tight around here. I'm tempted to go around the outer edge first. But let's get these planted. Really soothing doing these lines. It's a beautiful day to be up in the farm. This is it, we're on the final line, the final pass. We've still got quite a lot of potatoes, so that's going to be brilliant for next year. The last pass, a perfect field complete. Man, it looks so satisfying. I've done it all myself. There we go. A beautiful sight, and it's only 12:44. This is what I'm talking about by the mound. You can see how the machine passes through, pushes all the soil to the top to create a mound, puts the potato on the top. Anyone who's watched Martian knows how it works, but in this farm I won't be using my own as he did if you watch the programme. We'll be using proper manure from the cows. Have a bit of a tidy up now, put all the equipment away. There's some headers at the top as well I need to get rid of for the bales. Get these forks put away. Get everywhere tidied up, ready for the builders to come start working on the coffee shop. And get done for the first start of March. Got quite a lot done today. A perfect start to March. Potatoes are in, which will be turned into chips. Still awaiting my delivery of the chickens, but I want to get everything tidied up. The sun's setting in the distance, and get back in the house, get everything prepared, ready for the delivery. Lift that up. Things are going well on the farm so far. A lot of improvements. It's nice to get it all back to life again. I think I'll drop this aside of this one here, if it'll fit under. Should do. There we go, perfect. Just put it there. And that will be me done for the day. Finish February off, finish March, get this parked up, and I'm going to get in the house, because I'm absolutely starving. Been quite a long day putting the potatoes in, but we've got it done. So I'm going to go and relax for the evening. Hopefully I'll catch you on the next episode, when we introduce chickens back to the farm, which I think will go here. But for now, I'm going to say good night.